What's up, everybody? This is Jupiter C, and we are playing Surviving the Aftermath, made by a little company called Ice Flake Studios out of Finland, now owned by Paradox. Well, I think that's the last time what I read last time. I was watching a cool little video on these folks, and they were explaining all from the very beginnings of the game until all the updates that they made. It was pretty cool. It was a very informative video that they were doing. Anyways, so I'm gonna do this without any tutorials. Since I'm still kind of learning this game, I'm just gonna do everything in the easy. So all the number ones are the easiest. Of course, the group has prepared well in advance. Alright, now we're going to choose our specialist. I think I will just randomize this one. Let's see what we got. A scout, a scientist, and a fighter. Now fighters are important to a certain extent, because as you can see, they have 25 damage. And they usually recover a little bit faster as well. So you see our scientist doesn't recover as fast per day. Continue. Unfortunately, I would like to see that you can actually customize your flag at some point. These are the things that they give us, which I'm fine with. We'll go with, looks like an old Celtic symbol going on there. Of course, I have to change this to Jupiter C. If anybody's wondering why Jupiter C, well, for a while my favorite show was Spartacus. And if you guys know anything about what they would usually say about Jupiter, typically they were worshipping his male anatomy. And so just calling myself Jupiter C or Jupiter Rooster is one way where I get past all of the nasty censoring. Alright, so there's our summary of how we're going to start. We're about 33% difficulty, so it's about the easiest that it gets. After we finish maybe a couple of these, I might change it to a little bit harder. We'll see. I started off that you have like a camp where you have supplies, usually like wood and metal, plastic, already stored up. Now I usually put that by the gate, but I think for this one I'm going to kind of store it away from the gate. We'll see. Alright, let's take a look at what we got going on. So this is gonna be our nice old gate. That's something that you'll never be able to choose, but it's just there. So it looks like right off the bat we've got some pollution. It's a nice little plastic pile. I'll get my guys after the planks right away as soon as we get my camp going. Oh, a nice little food deposit right over there. We got a nice little water area. I can start fishing and gathering water. Let's take a look what it's going to show me. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. That's fine. You know, this is typically what you see every time. Plastic, a little bit of technology or the technology points, and then food. So as soon as we build our gates, we can head out there. was I gonna do? Okay, we're gonna do check out where all our pollution is. So we start kind of figuring out a mini map, and every once in a while, you'll with this game, the developers are still kind of in development. Every once in a while, we'll see little message boxes. The developers would like to see some, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, or I believe maybe 1 to 5. How are you enjoying this aspect of the game? You can give little indications of what you would like to see different, or what's working for you, what's not working for you. So I've done it a couple times. I think I would like to actually. That is one of the things I would recommend for them to do, is definitely put in a mini map. It'll make it a little bit easier. And maybe they do have a mini map, and I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. So much to explore in this game so far. Anyways, all right. So we kind of get the idea where everything's at. So I think I'm going to put my campsite up here, closer to where the majority of my stuff is gonna be. I'm gonna be trying to gather up. Now I like these grids because I can kind of figure out where am I gonna stick my roads at. So the road's kind of right up the middle there, so I might just kind of follow that. Still get enough room on the other side of it to make a road. There we go. I'm gonna have. See, I can have these folks go create stuff right away, but I think I'm gonna start gathering planks. And the other thing I'm gonna do, let's see, gotta get some storage going. Here's my stockpile. Put a stockpile there, put a food storage right next to it. I'll take one of them. One of them off. He doesn't want to listen. Okay. It's kind of funny. Sometimes I listen to these guys talking, and I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not. Like, why are you bothering me? What'd I do? I mean, if anybody's played the game, they are billions. It's kind of, a couple of the characters in there, mostly the archers, do the same thing to you. They're very sarcastic with you. They don't like the fact that you're actually bugging them. It's kind of one of the nicer features, I'd say. Because who doesn't like a little sarcasm here and there? Alright, let's gather some more wood. Alright, we gotta leave a little room for fish. Well, let's see, we can actually build a fishing hut. What am I thinking? $97, 100%. We'll build that bad boy right there. You noticed, you can't do roads yet. We have to invite the rest of our clan, the rest of our survivors in to actually start building roads. Kind of interesting. Here's a water collector. I typically like getting one of these up and running right away. The important thing to remember with these, though, is they actually take people. You have to have people in there to run them. Well, 90% is fine. Whatever. Nothing looks any better than 90% in this position. Oh, 100%. Never mind. Stand corrected. And we also have water wells. Water wells are nice because you can pretty much place them anywhere as long as there's some fertile land and they're self-sufficient, self-running. Never have to worry about them. Really just pay attention to your efficiency level and go from there. Right on the edge of this bad boy right there. I can't. Okay. Where do you think you're going? Alright. So each stockpile is gonna have work area that you can kind of select. So that's a good amount there. So as soon as all my survivors come in, that's the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna start working that land, all those berries, and collecting them. Same thing with the stockpile. As soon as that's complete, I'm going to select it. Oh, stockpile is complete. And we're going to assign a work area. So you see, I collected enough planks for right now. So let's keep it right here so we get some concrete and planks going. Now we're also going to have to create some living space and some working space. I like to put my working spaces around my stockpiles because it makes it a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Can't get too close to my fishing. So that's a good spot. Got a recycler, put right on the other side of that bad boy. Because they're roughly about the same size, we can save a little space. Now this little icon right here is reminding me to put up a flare to bring in all my survivors. Not going to do that quite yet. Now the interesting thing about the lumberyard is how large it is. So where exactly are we going to put it? Well, let's put it next to the campsite. I'm going to try to make the best use of our space. Now we can't do the forestry yet. Forestry is nice because it's continuously going to grow all your... Well, you can be environmentally friendly. It keeps on growing saplings. Very nice. We have to have a couple outhouses. I like to put outhouses closer to pollution. That's kind of far away, that one. Let's put it up here. Well, I like to have it semi-close to living quarters, but not too close to living quarters, because these things will get polluted themselves. I'll wait for that location. So I'm probably going to put the forester brae here. I've got this. Where are my people at? I need you to start building jump. One of the first things I need you to build is that. I need you to build that. Have you build a fishing hut so we can get some food going before my people come in. We also need to build some storage, some water storage. Yeah, I think I could put that there. Build a couple of them to start off with, just in case we get tagged with some kind of a disaster right away that starts taking our waters from us. Another point about this game, you'll get random events that happen. You gotta try and work your way through them. Whether it's meteorites coming down on Earth, or a heat wave, or they also have a pandemic. Go figure. Let's start making some actual housing. Now we could set. I usually don't mess with the emergency shelter. I usually just go with tents straight off the bat. Let's put some tents. Sweet. I'll leave one space for road. And I like to create these in fours. As you'll see later, as technology comes, we have this thing called tenements, and they're about the size of four of these tents. Plus, if I remember correctly, these first group of survivors come, I think it's like 6 tents they take up right away. I can't remember, but we'll have 6 almost prepared. Now they don't use resources until you start actually making them, so we can place. Whoops, what was that all about? We can place as many of them as we want to down, and they're not going to hurt us, as far as supply wise. I know most of these type of games you want to somewhat plan where you're going to place your road or place your items, and depending on how many resources you have. But with this one, you can pause it before it even starts being created, so that you don't have to really worry about that too much. Alright, so we're going to have both our water supplies being created. We're going to do a couple tents. And we're almost set to have our survivors show up. Last thing I'm going to do is actually, well, since I got one of these specialists free, I'm going to build a well. And then we're going to build both of these items, the scrapper and the recycler. So the scrapper is basically collecting metal, and the scrapper is collecting plastic and fiber. See what you're doing. You're still carrying, still building, huh? There we go. Water storage is going up. Our tent's going up. Construction of the tent is complete. That was you. And where I'm going to have you go over there. This is another thing I'd like them to do. You can't click on this to find out, actual sorted list of what was just created, what was just finished. But would be another nice feature to do. Just my opinion. So everybody's noticing, I'm not building my water supply yet. As I said earlier, that's going to take a person away from me. And for right now, I think a couple of the wells will be enough for the amount of survivors we have at first. Now where you place these wells, it's not really a huge deal. Just basically look for that efficiency again. As I stated earlier, so you can kind of see the circles of where they're taking water from. But as you can also see, if I place it over here, I am not even going to overlap because of where all my stuff is. I got some of my buildings that are placed. So we're going to try and get as close to 100% over in this direction as possible. That's fine. Fine with it being over there. We can always move it to some other point. Work area, this is our recycler. And here is some junk we can start working on right away. Get some scrappers. We want to find some metal deposits. Ah, there's one right there. We can start working right there. Alright. So we got a couple tents ready. Or one tent ready. Alright, I think I'm going to call the people. We're going to call them at this point because I need them to start gathering the plastics and fibers and metals because we're going to start running out of those pretty quick. There goes the flare. So they'll start wandering in here pretty soon. So we got 12 colonists. We got 4 that are actually going to be carriers because right away they started working. Let's assign that lumberyard person, or lumberjack, start cutting down trees over in this area. Water well complete. Who was the water well person? That was you. We're going to look for the other water well, and we're going to start building that one. Because right now we're at -2. So we've got a good amount of storage, but we want to build up our storage. Let's change it. I also want to change up something else. Sound effects a little bit. Zoom. So these carriers are not only are they going to work the stockpile over here and the food gathering, but they're also going to collect from your different buildings and bring them to your stockpile and bring them to the campsite. They are also, besides all that, they actually start creating some of your buildings, and they'll mess with your road system as well. So we can start getting a road system. Let's get that road all the way down to tents. Oops. There we go. We're gonna have that road all the way out here to the metal pile. Now I don't know if that actually makes it faster for them to gather up the metal or not, but why not try? what else we can do? Here we're gonna do. Need a trapper. That fishery is not gonna. It's not gonna give us enough food right off the bat. Man, these guys are moving way too slow for me. I gotta speed it up a little bit. We got that. What else do we need? So the water tower is when you actually get to a point where you need buildings that need water. And they don't feed the buildings, but we're not to that point yet. We got Taylor in the tool shop. We should probably create that. I want to put that right here. Sorry, Taylor. Man, he's a heavy sleeper. Listen to that. Got some serious sleep apnea going. Wow. Attention to detail on that. That's pretty good. The closer we get in, the more of the animals you hear. They get pretty loud. Alright, so another nice thing about the specialists, they're not actually doing anything. Oh, wait, before I start messing with them, let's make sure we set up an outhouse. Why do that? That was messed up. Select it. Alright. I'm going to put somewhere, well, I guess let's put it over here. Put a couple of them down. We don't need a burial. We'll wait until somebody actually dies before we do a burial. Smoking salmon. Tell them to fetch the fish. Oh, put up the fire first. I think we're going to get some serious damage to that no matter what, aren't we? Yep. So we'll try and repair that as fast as possible. Oh, he's not going to want it. Alright. I'm going to bring all of these three over. And we're going to do a little exploring. Get rid of some of this fog of war. Oh, that's amazing. So every once in a while you'll run into some creatures that are just kind of hanging around. That's why I like to kind of explore around the regular campsite first. Because when my people start exploring on their own, and then they run into these creatures that they can't really fight, they're not suited to fight, it's bad news. So we try and catch all these little critters first. Like the rats. Rats are not a big deal. There's a lot of them over here. I can get some meat off of them. But they're not a big deal. They won't attack. There's some other critters that will attack us though. These are majestic deer. They're not really going to attack either. We're running out of concrete and we're running out of wood. Let's get medical tent up. And what else? We probably should start building our gate so we can get those technology points. Oh, just don't have enough housing built. I see we got a little bit of a road already established. Slowly but surely. We've only got 2 carriers, and that's why it's taking so long. They're kind of engaged in either creating a new building or carrying resources around. As we've got 22. That's between production is between this guy, which let's turn him off. He's still got 8, so that's good. 8 just from the wells themselves. We shouldn't have any homeless anymore. Look around. No, I'm not seeing any homeless. Trapper, let's get him to a better area. I like the. It seems like the wooded areas are the best spots to put the trapper for work area. Probably want to start building a forest. We don't need the forest right there. Still got plenty of trees in this general area, but eventually we will probably put a forester. We can keep the lumber over here. So it's probably when I put up another one of these guys, another lumber yard, I'll put in a forester because planks disappear pretty quickly. Planks and concrete. There's only so much to the board.
Talking to me?
No, I'm not talking to you. I just want to see what you're doing. I want to have you guys explore everything.
What's up? Yeah.
That's another feature I would like. Now, if anybody knows if you can actually select all your specialists at once, please let me know how. That's kind of a frustrating thing that you can't select them at once. Especially if you get somebody waiting at your gate all of a sudden, and they just happen to be some possible bandits that might want to start destroying your wall, your gate. You want to have your specialist near your gate, and you can't get them all selected at the same time and get them to that gate. They'll start messing with your survivors. Uh, I'm gonna start killing some rats. Then we're gonna start taking that back. Got more rats right there as well. Gonna take them right into the little food storage. Got lots of berries coming in. So as of right now, between the fishery and the trapper, we've only got about 6 food coming in per day, and we're consuming 10. But with the berries being gathered, we're doing okay. Food deposits depleted. Let's see which Still good on that. Still good on that. So it must have meant that rat carcasses. Okay. So you guys are gonna come up here and we're going to attack this little guy. Where are you going? Collect that meat. I think I gathered all the rats over here. So right around this area. I don't see any rats. Okay. Oh, you guys not building the outhouses for some reason. You're gonna come over here and build these in. Everybody else is too busy to build them. I like changing up the music every once in a while. It's for the fun of it. It's a decent playlist. Not too bad. So if you notice, we don't have any energy coming in, but we don't have any abilities using the energy either, so it's fine. Right now we've got about 12. We've got buildings. I should say 12 buildings, but we've got buildings that need about 12 resources. So we're kind of behind on that one a little bit, but that's okay. I really don't like doing the math on this stuff. Just kind of start looking for it if I need it, type situation. So your tool shop, it uses the metal. You can also change your recipe, where you've got higher quality, higher durability tools, but those that actually use more, that should have changed. Maybe because he's not in the shop at the moment, but that'll change. I think it's like 4 sheets of metal per time for the more durable tools. So it'll use your metal real quick. So typically I like to have a couple scrappers ready to go when it comes to that. If you can change it up to the more durable tools. There we go. Alright, now we are out of carriers, so now our specialists are going to have to do all the work. Let's see, what do we got going on for the fence? Well, we got no supplies here at all. We need 5 plastic for that one. We're good on that. We're good on metal. We need some more concrete. So I'm going to have specialists gather some concrete. There's got to be some concrete around here someplace. Oh, there you go. And you, my friend, are going to start making that gate, that wall, that gate. Okay. Well, we're looking pretty good at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. But, as I said earlier, I'm fairly new to this game. Don't have too many hours into it. I would like to get some more carriers, but we'll have to wait for some people to show up at the gate. That's why I want to build the gate right now so we can actually start getting people to show up. Don't really have anybody sick. What's your idea, Mr. Miss? Give her the fiber. One of the colonists approaches you, appearing more than a bit nervous. Huh. Do you trust her skills? Yeah, why not? You give her some fibers. She thanks you for trusting her. After not hearing from her for a while, you decide to take a look. The little fiber that hasn't been ruined, been mangled into a patchy, poorly made coat. Huh? Well, she didn't do anything for us, huh? I tried. Oh well. Sometimes those little challenges actually pay off. Sometimes they don't. It is what it is. Where are we at? So, alright, we got enough concrete. We still got some concrete in reserves. We need some planks. I think I'm going to reassign you. Just find some planks. You're not doing anything. Let's find some planks for you as well. Do you see any over here? Go for those planks. We got the scientist still making a gate. He's got to gather up the plastic, and then he's going to start building. Oh, we got one person doing all the carrying. It's going to take them forever. As long as we got one person, I'm okay. Let's look at what's going on here. He's banging his little hammer. Oh, you're helping out, huh? Nice. Into the world. The gate has been created. Now we can. Somebody decided they wanted to man the gate right away. That's not happening. Okay. Let's see. We've got 2 adults, 1 elder, and 2 children. I like to keep this ratio somewhat more children than elders, because the elders can work, but they die off pretty quick. So we have to have children that take a long time to grow to adulthood actually replace them. We got some good products, so yeah, we'll take you in. I also need we got 3 people that are probably working at carrying right away. So we got 4 carriers. I usually don't put anybody at the gate until we actually have some people come to the gate that are going to threaten us. Maybe the other thing we need to do. Well, let's do this. Oh, we got another fighter. So you're gonna go out to the world. That fighter is doing something. Ah, nuclear power. Oh, this is the event I was talking about earlier. So the horizon starts turning from blue to toxic green, and the air seems to burn your lungs. These are the first signs of the impending danger. Dun dun dun. So intense radiation is gonna start. We don't have any crops yet, so I'm not worried about that. We have to stockpile iodine pills. We've got 25 of them. Build more medic tents. Or assign more workers. So I'm going to put a worker in there as soon as it starts up. And then build some more outhouses. Because we just have some more people, we have 17 people, I'm going to do another outhouse. I don't know the ratio for outhouse to people to make sure that they stay healthy, but okay. See if one will do us. So I've got one guy. What was the fighter doing? I'm gonna let him deliver that, and then he's going off to the world as well. Bye bye. And that scientist I'm gonna send out to the world. Alright. Scientists, you're gonna go up here and gather technology points, because hopefully you get would give us more than we normally would have. And usually like scavengers are really good at gathering everything else. But there is going to be some sites out there that I'm gonna need my fighters to kind of help me out with. So I gotta have the fighters out there for now. Alright. Let's see, we could probably build a few more tents. Let's see, wait a second. Where we're at, we've got, yep, no shelter space. So if we have anybody else show up, let's look this real quick. So I know where my road's at. Right. This should be good for a while with that. I'm not worried about my resources with those tents. It is what it is. Let's see. Can we decontaminate? Yes, we can. Not that one. Not enough yet. Let's build more outputs. Is that road going? And they just haven't built that road yet. It's there. They just haven't built it. Slowly but surely building the road. Specialists are ready for action. Alright. Which one of you guys? You're still in? Oh, you're good to go. So you get to go home. Give me that technology. We'll start learning some stuff on the technology tree. Alright, so this is where I was talking about for the fighter. So that little exclamation mark around, I think this is, what, parts? Shows that that's pretty much sabotage. It's booby trap. So once we go in there, that guy's going to take a little bit of damage. And then he's going to have to fight this guy. Let's move in a little bit. Oh, there's nothing there, so that's good. So he's going to take a little damage here, a little damage there. That one's still on mission. Go back into the town. Alright, we're going to go to technology. Survivor skills. Again, it gives a little. See, what does it do? Production speed of plus 20%. So a nice little boost for our food. Yeah. Something we need. We've got. Yeah, we definitely need a boost to our food. Which reminds me, the folks that are here are more likely doing nothing. We go collect some more. Well, there goes our nuclear fallout. So I think it also is using up some more water as well. No, we just got enough people. Okay, good. So it's not doing anything to us in the waterway. Ah, got some issues right there. I'm going to check that out in a second. So we can hunt to see if there's more rats around here someplace. It's a little bit easier. The majestic deer will actually attack us pretty good. Let's find some more rats. That doesn't look like it. Okay. So we're going to go back to the deer. We're going to gather up some deer meat, some venison. Calls everything venison, but all right. Well, got enough right there. I would prefer my fighters going after the deer. Colonist Jacob. Oh, that's right. We have to go stick somebody up into our medical tent so they can start treating people. So we got this guy right here, radioactive. That person right there, radioactive. Oh, there can. This tent can only do 2 at a time. 2 occupants. Right now they're idling because this guy hasn't shown up for work yet. Shame on you. What's your name?
Mm-hmm.
What's your name? I want to know your name. There you are. Showing up for work finally. Heal those people. Alright, here's my fighter. Let's put him over here. He's still working. Let's see, what should we go for first? Ah, we got some food there. Got some tools. Oh, wait, let's just go into a circle and then we'll come back to the colony. I got him. Alright, we're gonna look at the work area. There's some concrete. There's 2 concretes. Let's see if our green circle normal. Alright, now let's see how we're doing for food gathering. They got rid of all those berries. Some more berries up here. That's only 1 bush. Wait, we can send specialists after that. Only 1 bush there. Huh. Well, guess we just might have to do. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Perfect. So more specialists are ready. Alright. So how bad did you get hurt from that? 10 health. That's okay. Oh, you're still on mission. There you go. Again, throwing some tools. We. So one thing I'm really bad at is paying attention to the tech tree when it's finished. Let's just want to do this where it gives me work slots. It gives me work slots. Or I could go to skinny, and that'll give me plus 1 fiber for every animal that's caught. Let's do. Now production's a good one. Metal and plastics will give me a little bit more production speed with that one. But since I'm going through this, if at the moment I'm going to research nurses, that give me an extra slot. New quest. Dan the Mystery Van Man. What's a joiner? and offer of joining his newest endeavor. An enterprising individual such as yourself can surely assemble the crew in no time. Yes, we will assemble the crew. We've already got the crew out and about, so we'll just find out where it is on the map in a second. I don't want to do a Forester soon. Only got 3 carriers though. So this might start dying off soon. Which reminds me. Should probably make a burial. That's going to take one of my carriers because you have to put somebody within in that to the survivalist. Gotta go within there. I forget that. Alright. We survived our first event. Nurses is complete. We're going to do a medical training so people can get healed up pretty quickly. I probably don't. How many sick people do we have? That doesn't tell me. That doesn't tell me either, so I just kind of gotta pay attention. So it looks like I got 2 in there. 1, 2, well 6. Sorry, I've got. Not even paying attention. I've got a nice little icon indication right here, notification telling me how many are sick. So we got 4 left over. Yeah, we're good. We don't need to add one to the slot. Nausea is yet. Yeah, we got need plastic. What's going on with my plastic person? Maybe I need to research the crowbar next. It looks like moving kind of slow with that plastic. I'm kind of using it. I'm kind of using up all my plastic with the tents too. It's okay. The outhouse is not something I need right away, anyways. They're just nice to have prepared. You're still on mission. And you're still on mission. Oh wait, I was gonna look. Ah, it's way over here. Alright. Well, and there's one right there too. Well, I'm gonna wait for that event. I'm going to gather up all this stuff first. I'm gonna grab that plastic for sure. And then bring it back to the colony, then start hitting up the event. Speed things up a little bit. See, now this is where I need to put some folks up in here. So there's a slim chance. Well, actually, from my experience so far, a greater chance of getting that. Even if you bribe them, they want 200 coins. And my fighters are not here. They want 8 of my medicine. Let's get rid of the coins. You definitely are stupid. We will conquer your little colonists. Wow. So they're gonna attack me anyways. Kinda figured. The big jerks. No respect. Fellow survivors and you attack us. And my gate is going bye-bye quickly. Come on, shoot him. You haven't even done any damage to the raiders yet. Oh, I'll do. Where's my sniper at? That's what I need. I need a sniper on those walls. Oh, they're about to attack me. Oh, let's stop here. This is the end of this episode of Jupiter City playing Surviving the Aftermath. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you join me again. Please hit the like and subscribe. Until next time, praise Jupiter.